All right, so today I thought we could do a little fun exploration into the different binds you can do in a lot of these poses, just doing something different with our hands. Do a little compression in interest of becoming more flexible later. So we're not going to start in child's pose today. We're actually going to start in cow face pose. So come to a comfortable seat on your mat, and then bring your left ankle close to your right hip as possible. So your knee is in the middle of your body. And then cross your right leg on top so that your knees stack more or less, more rather than less, but in line right in the center of your body. And if you have to adjust your feet out so this can happen, go for it. And then, wherever these feet need to be, important to keep your joints stacked here and continue to ground with your sit bones. Then you're going to take your left hand and reach up and reach for the middle of your sports bra or t-shirt or wherever you can grab. And then bend your right hand to try to meet in the middle. And then when you have the bind, inhale your heart and the crown of your head up, and exhale to ground your hip bones down. And also press your feet into the ground here. So whatever is touching the floor, press down with your exhale. And whatever is not, lift up with your inhale. And explore how you pump breath through your lungs here in this kind of crunched up position. Now gently release your bound hands and uncross your legs. You can give them a little wiggle on the ground here to shake out and get some blood flow. And then cross them again, this time with your right leg on the bottom. So bring your knee to center, and bring your ankles back toward your hips. You can move your ankles out any amount you need to in order to get the sort of knee stacking here. I noticed that my outer left glute is less flexible than my outer right, so this is a little bit weirder on this side for me. And then take your right arm and reach up, reach for the center of your back, and then rotate your left underneath to grab for your fingertips or your bra or whatever you can hold on to there. And breathe right into the center of your back between your shoulder blades, where you have that bind. Ground your feet into the floor, ground your hips down. And gently release your hands, uncross your legs, give a little tap on the ground to restore that blood flow once again. And now come into your child's pose with your toes together and your knees wide. In the back of your mat, make sure your knees are out a good amount to the edges of your mat. And then start to walk your hands forward, sinking your hips toward your heels as you do so. And press down and forward with your fingertips as you bring your forehead to your mat. Take a big old breath into your back ribs and into your side ribs. And then exhale out, letting your heart melt toward your mat. Now seal your lips and continue this big ocean of breath, these waves in and out through your nose. Spread out all 10 of your toes and press the tops of your feet down into the mat with your exhale. With your inhale, lift your toe ball mound, so that underside of your foot on the top there, up to the ceiling. Those are effectively the same cues, and Thinking about it as a lifting up with the sole of your foot versus a pressing down with the top of your foot can sometimes get a different reaction and a different sort of mental connection to that action in our brains. On your next inhale, come up to your hands and knees. Inhale, drop your belly and raise your collarbone up. And exhale to round, starting from your low abs to pull your spine up and carefully round down. And then as you inhale, reach with the crown of your head and your tailbone to lengthen before you go up. And then exhale to cat. Take a few more rounds of this cat-cow on your own, pulling your knees and the heels of your hands together to keep your core engaged. And then your next inhale, come to a neutral spine. Inhale your left hand and right heel long. Exhale to drag your right hand and left knee toward each other on the ground for an isometric reaction to fire up across your abdominals. Inhale, extend long. Exhale, bring your knee and elbow past each other and round down to touch your knee to your nose. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, round, touch your knee to your nose, bring your elbow past your knee. Extend out, and one more of those. Exhale, round down, nose to knee. Extend out, and then reach back for the inside of your left foot, right foot with your left hand, and turn and look over your shoulder as you kick your hand and foot together, or ankle and hand, whatever you can grab. Breathe into your chest to lengthen your spine, and exhale, bring your belly up and in so you can twist farther. And release down. Inhale your right hand and left leg out. Inhale, extend, and exhale, crunch together underneath you. Bring your elbow past your knee. Bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch, rounding so hard your face and your knees smack each other together. Inhale out. Exhale, round one more time, that big arch. Then inhale, extend, and reach back for the inside of your left foot with your right hand, or if you can grab the ankle, that's great too. Inhale to extend, and exhale to kick. Inhale, lift. Exhale, kick and turn. And exhale, release. Tuck your toes, lift your tail, and push up to downward facing dog. You can walk your hands out as much as you need to. Adjust your position, get right with your dog. Make sure your toes are even so you don't have like 1 foot farther forward or back. Then reach down with your heart, push forward with your hands, and let your head drop down. Find a spot in between your feet to look at, and breathe here. Send your breath up the front of your body and down the back of your body. Just take stock of whatever you're working with today. It's Monday. You could still have, some dust from some Sunday pork sitting in you. Inhale, look forward between your hands. Exhale to bring your belly in, raise up on your tiptoes. Take another big inhale here, lift up, squeeze your outer hips in. And exhale, take the tiniest steps that you can, all the way to your hands, and hang and ragdoll. Really grip your opposite elbows and pull. Let your elbows be so heavy. Let your hands be so powerful. You pull them toward the ground. A lot of the times in ragdoll, we just kind of hang here and let our bind do whatever. And today I would like you to try on making your bind more active and using your strength to open up the back of your legs by pulling down. Release your bind and heel toe your feet together. On an inhale, bring your belly in and slowly roll all the way up to standing, pressing firmly to your heels, lifting up through your quads, extending long through your side bodies, sparking up your fingers, and finally looking to the ceiling between your hands. Take another long inhale here, and exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Close your eyes briefly, and think of an intention for something you'd like to create in this practice. Whether you want to sweat, build fire, find some ease, relax, just get through it, whatever your intention is. Now open your eyes, press down through the four corners of your feet and spread your toes, and inhale, look up between your hands. Exhale, hands to heart center. Lead with your heart as you fold down. Inhale to halfway lift, and exhale, step back to high plank and hold. Pick your quadriceps up and press back through your heels to fire up your strong legs and get sort of, you get the flesh of your big muscles on your legs moved out of your pelvis, so you have a chance to use those low abs, the chance to get your pelvis mobile. Squeeze your hands and feet together on the ground to help your abdomen hug into center line. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, lower halfway down, keeping your spine long and elbows in. Flip your feet over. Inhale up to upward facing dog. And exhale, your hips high, downward facing dog. Now we'll get into our warm up, those nice sun A's. Inhale, look forward. Exhale to step or jump to your hands. Inhale to halfway lift, and exhale to fold. Inhale, roll all the way up to standing. Think about picking your whole body up as you look up, and exhale, melt down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, step or jump back, high to low plank, squeezing in. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, down dog. We're gonna do 2 more rounds of that, 1 breath per movement. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or jump to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, press down to lift all the way up, and exhale, lead with your heart, come all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, step back, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale to down dog. Last one, inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or jump to your hands. Inhale to halfway lift, and exhale to fold. Inhale, lift up, rise up, reach up so high, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, step or jump back, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, down dog. Now for the fun of those fun sun Bs. Fun, fun, fun. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or jump to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale to fold. Inhale, hips low, hands high, come up to chair. Exhale to hold. Lift and spread all 10 of your toes and press outward with your feet. Now that you have your outer glutes turned on, sink your hips a little bit lower. Engage your upper back to draw your shoulder blades down and raise your hands up 2 more inches. Big inhale here, fill up through all of your rib cage. And exhale, melt over your feet. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, high to low plank. Inhale to upward facing dog, and exhale, down dog. Right away, right foot steps forward. Inhale up to warrior one. Press down firmly through both of your feet to fire up your quads as you sink down onto your right leg. Inhale, come up to your tiptoes and pull your right hip back as you spin your left forward. And get that front knee parallel to the ground, or front thigh parallel to the ground. Now set your heels down and feel the difference in your hips. Inhale, reach up, look up, and exhale, chaturanga, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, down dog. Right away, left foot steps forward. Inhale on up to warrior one. Exhale, sink down and stay, forgot that one. Inhale, come up on your toes, and now pull your left hip backward and your right forward so you're square to the front of your mat. And sink low so your left thigh is parallel to the ground. Now place your heels down. Inhale, look up, and exhale, hands to the mat. Flow high to low plank. Inhale to upward facing dog, and exhale, down dog. And now just twice through those sun bees. We got some other fun stuff to do. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or jump to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, up in a chair, just one breath this time, and exhale, release, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, down dog. Right foot steps forward and empty. Inhale as you come up, warrior one. And exhale, release, flow high to low. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, down dog. Left foot steps forward. Inhale as you rise up, warrior one, reach up. And exhale, hands to the mat, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, down dog. And one last time. If you're going faster or slower than my voice, that's great. This is your own warm-up, you do you. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale on up into chair, sink low, squeeze high, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, step or jump back, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, down dog. On empty, step forward, inhale to come up, warrior one. Exhale, hands to the mat all the way down. Once you're empty, inhale up to up dog, and exhale to down dog. Left foot steps on empty, inhale up, warrior one on the left, and exhale out all your air as you flow high to low. Fill up again, upward facing dog, and exhale, hips high to down dog. Woo! What are we doing now? Oh yeah. Inhale your right heel high. Press down firmly through your hands to light up the outside of your ribs, to light up your obliques, to light up the outside of your hips, and that right hamstring to raise it a little bit higher. Then bend your knee and stack and open up your hips. Be sure to flex your right foot and spread the toes on both feet super wide. Now stay here or flip your dog. Send your shins toward the wall in front of you and hug your inner thighs together so you can express forward with your right arm and breathe life into your left shoulder there. She's already gotten woke up a little bit with that cow face. We're going to do a few more binds. So breathe in there and then exhale, come back over to three-legged dog. Inhale here and then exhale, come off on the side of your left foot and your left hand and reach for your right leg with your right hand. Take a Shavasana while you're here in side plank. Breathe into the stretch on the front of your quad and turn to look up at the ceiling, dragging your left hand and left foot toward each other to light up your obliques. One more big inhale here. Then step your right foot forward for a crescent lunge. Bend your left knee down and press firmly through your right foot to send your hips forward and down. Now straighten your back knee back out by pressing through your left heel like you're going to stand on the wall behind you. Bring your hands to heart center. The bottom of an exhale, when you're all empty, twist over to the right. An option to keep back knee up or drop it down to create more of a stretch on the front of your left thigh. Keeping your legs, your back leg up will, of course, work the muscles on your legs a little bit more. Regardless of which variation you've chosen, squeeze your inner thighs together and pull your feet together on the mat like you're gonna wrinkle it. So you have more room to turn and look over your right shoulder. One more big breath here into your back ribs. One more exhale out to twist deeper. Then inhale, come on up to crescent lunge. And exhale, open up to warrior two. Flip your right palm, inhale, go up and back, reverse your warrior as you drop your hips toward your right heel. And exhale, come into extended side angle. Option to put your arm on top of your knee, fingertips on the floor, or pressing out to the inside of your knee here. Then since this is a class on binds, we're gonna rotate our hand and come behind us and reach for your right hip crease with your left hand. That is the half bind. You still want to squeeze from the abs, come forward and turn and look over your shoulder. If you've got that, you want to try something else. Reach underneath your right leg with your right hand for your left hand and take that full bind. No matter what you're doing, continue to press out through your feet and squeeze those glutes to support you here. One more big breath in. And exhale, release, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Bring your gaze up so your spine stretches long. You find a back bend in your upper back. And exhale, downward facing dog. Roll together in down dog here, yeah? All right, inhale your left heel high. Press down through those fingertips to light up the insides and the outsides of your arms. Reach toward the floor with your right heel. Engage your left hand to send it a little bit higher. Then bend your knee, stack and open up your hips. Recommit to spreading those toes wide so that you're using all of the muscles on your foot. As you know, the foot bone connects to the knee bone, connects to the leg bone, all that. The posture of your feet does matter in yoga. Just either stay here or flip your dog over. Press down into the four corners of both of your feet and inhale your pubic bone up and forward to create a stretch in the front of your body. Pinch your shoulder blades together to open your chest even more. One more big inhale here. And exhale, come back to three-legged dog. Inhale to lift your leg. And exhale to do side plank on this side. Now take your left hand and reach for your left ankle for a Chapasana in side plank here. Woo! Falling is a sign of getting stronger. Yeah. All right, one more big inhale here. And then step forward with an exhale. And inhale it up to crescent lunge. However that went, shake it off. We have some bending to do in our back knees, so you can drop our hips low. Once you're down low here, reach up through your fingertips as you straighten your back knee. At the bottom of an exhale, bring your hands to heart center and twist to the left. Again, option to keep back knee up or set it down. I'm more into stretching out my hip flexors today because I did a lot of skateboarding this weekend. So I'm taking a knee down. Yoga is always a personal choice, guys. You can make this practice whatever you need it to be for you. Take one more big breath in here to your back ribs. Exhale to stay and twist. Look a few more inches over your left shoulder. Then inhale, come back to center. Raise that knee up. And exhale, open to warrior two. Reach through those fingertips as you flip your left hand. Inhale, go up and back. And exhale, come into extended side angle on the left. If you chose a different arm position for the other side and you want to try, say, having your fingertips on the ground or pressing inside your leg here on this side, make that choice, own it, do it. And then start to reach for your bind. Reach for the crease in your left leg with your right hand for the half bind. Always turning and looking up at the ceiling. Inhale your heart forward and squeeze your buns, and then exhale to raise your heart up more. If you got that and you want to deepen it, go for that full bind. We'll be here for about 4 more breaths. Take a big inhale, extend your heart forward, and exhale, release. Flow high to low plank. Inhale to upward facing dog, and exhale, hips high to down dog. Now a tiny treat in the middle of practice here. We've been doing a lot of work, so go ahead and come to your knees and lay your feet flat. And much like child's pose, it's in the same sort of family. We're gonna take a rabbit. We're gonna hug in really small. So come bring the crown of your head to the ground so that your nose is in towards your knees or as close as this works in your body. And place the top of your hands flat against the ground at your sides. You can let your shoulders round forward. You're like a little baby rabbit in the nest. Reconnect to your breath. Match those inhales to the exhales. And enjoy your little rabbit reawakening here. Move your hands out to the side and start to bring them around and forward with your palms on the ground. Press your shoulders back so your forehead comes up off the ground. And then tuck your toes and press up to a downward facing dog. We can let our heart rate get down a little bit, but we can't totally lose all this good heat we've built. All right, let's get into the next part of the flow. Inhale, look forward, abs in, eyes forward. Exhale, step or jump to your hands. Inhale to halfway lift, and exhale to fold. Hips low, hands high. Inhale on up into chair. Exhale to sink and stay. Now press down firmly into your left foot and bring your right up so it crosses your left thigh. Here, I'll face the camera in case we have questions. So you're in chair pose here. Take your right foot and cross it over your left thigh. So we're in figure 4 legs. And now pull your left hip back and pull your right hip down to really open your hip up here. Option to stay here, or if you want a little more hip opening, bring your hands to heart center and start to fold over your legs. So your knees press into your thigh. You can even bring your fingertips down to the mat and continue to sink down to open up the outside of your right hip. If a flying pigeon or an arm balance like that is super calling to you, that is your up level for this class. And to do that, you'll place your hands on the ground and start to go forward just like you're going to crow, and lift up off the ground. Then from your strong abs, you'll kick out through your left heel like you're in three-legged dog. And that's the up level. So choose whatever you want. Get into a juicy form of this pose that challenges your balance and stretches out your buns. If you want more stretch, if you're struggling with balance, grab a wall. Walls are great, great assists. So are chairs and sofas and ottomans, all kinds of things. It's just designed to be a different hip opener and get your mind and your body working a little differently than usual. All right, you can release. Come back into chair. Bring your hands to heart center and twist to the right. Inhale to press your hands together, extend your spine long. And exhale to twist and look over your shoulder. Just one more inhale here, extend. Exhale, twist. And then release, fold over your feet. Take the peace sign bind, Padahastasana, and grab your big toes and pull outward with your elbows as you ground your feet down and let your head drop low. Pulling outward will do different things to your shoulder blades and your upper back than just a simple ragdoll or a gorilla pose. Release your toes, heel toe your feet together. Inhale, halfway lift, extend long, open that heart up, and exhale, fold. And now inhale, hips low, hands high, come on up in a chair. I know you're all dying to stretch out your left butt, so let's do it. Bring your left foot up and cross your ankle over your right thigh and sit low. Squeeze your right hip back and your left hip down to open this up even more. Then you can bring your hands to heart center and take your choice in variation. Choice in variation, of course, means you don't have to stay with the same one the whole time. You do hands in prayer, decide to go and use your weight on your left leg to really get a stretch there. Or start to go for our fun balance, our flying pigeon, which is really an ab exercise more than a balance exercise, more than arm strengthening. And that is true for almost all arm balances. Like there's some arm strength involved, but honest guys, it's mostly just abs. So work your core, work your breath, and arm balances are all there for you. All right, come back from whatever variation you're doing and meet us back in a chair with figure four legs. And then release your foot down, we're in regular chair. Inhale on up, and exhale, bring your hands to heart center and twist over to the left. Press your hands into each other to inhale your spine long. And exhale, bring your abs up and in, and twist. Just gonna do one more big inhale to lengthen our spines out. Exhale to twist, and then release over your feet. Spread them apart about 2 fists distance again. This time, slide your upturned hands underneath your feet for a gorilla pose. Be sure to bend your knees as much as you need to here, and tuck your chin in to let the crown of your head drop down. Release your hands. Heel toe your feet together. And then inhale all the way up to standing. Rolling your spine up one vertebra at a time. Picking up those quads, and finally bring your hands way overhead. Then exhale, bring your hands by your sides. Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale your chest up here, bring those shoulders and blade tips together on your back. And then exhale, start to hinge forward, reaching back with your right heel and forward with the crown of your head. Finding some up dog in your chest. If there's a wall behind you and you're trying to balance, make sure to move so that you're not just resting on the wall. Engage your quads here. Squeeze your pinkies together on your back and pick up your quads so that you're using those big muscles in your legs to support you in this airplane. And now bend your left knee slightly and reach back for the inside of your right ankle and transition up into a dancer, our standing bind for the day. Squeeze your inner thighs together and bring your heart up and front ribs together to open up through the whole front of the right side of your body and extend your left fingertips long. Kick and lift and kick, and then release down. Inhale your arms high, and exhale, come into a tree pose on the right, pressing your right foot into either your left calf or the inside of your left thigh. And then interlace your fingers and press them out in front of you, and then move them on top. Or if you want to just go on top here, if that's better for your shoulders. So take some sort of bind with your hands that helps you get your arms up by your ears and your shoulder blades down your back. This particular one is very useful for that for me. There's nowhere I can run with my hands to go like this and escape it. Helps those shoulder blades up. And release down. Tadasana mountain pose. Take a big inhale through your nose and a big exhale through your mouth. Now seal your mouth. Start to breathe in and out of your nose again. And let's tackle our second side. So inhale to extend long and exhale to start pendulum back, reaching with that left foot behind you. Reach out as much through the crown of your head as you do through that left heel to get all of your muscles on board. The more you reach out, the stronger you will be and the stronger your balance will be here. And now bend your right knee slightly so you have the room to turn and grab the inside of your left ankle. And then raise your gaze up the wall in front of you as you start to kick. As you're kicking here in your dancer, come back to your intention. Was it to have fun? Nail in a pose can be fun, and so can falling a bunch. Was it to be strong and gnarly? Well, we're doing some fun binds and transitions today. You have all the opportunity for that. If it was to create lightness, inhale up through your chest and exhale, feel yourself fly as you kick back into your hand. And if it was just to live, well, we got one more inhale here, and then release down. And set up for tree pose. Inhale your hands high, and exhale, press down through your right foot, and bring your left in to press into either your right calf or your right thigh, just not your right knee. And now, take a bind behind you. Either reverse namaste, which looks like this, or you can just grab your hands behind you. Whatever works, whatever's available for you today. Just make some contact with your hands behind you and breathe into your chest. Breathe into that shoulder opening that's possible when you configure your arms this way. And release down. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach up, look up, extended mountain pose. And exhale, leading with your heart. Fold softly down, letting the crown of your head drop down at the end. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale, flow through high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, hips high to down dog. Inhale your right heel high. Stop me if you've heard this before, but lift your right quad up off your kneecap and press out through your heel. Lift the outside of your left hip up and sink your left heel closer to the ground. Now on an exhale, bring your knee to your nose, make some contact there, and step your right foot by your right hand. Inhale to pull your feet together, pull your inner thighs together, extend your spine long, and exhale to press through your right foot to straighten that knee. Spin your left heel down, and inhale your left hand up into triangle pose. Squeeze those shoulder blades together on your back and hug your right hip underneath you to open your heart up as you turn to look at the ceiling. Option to stay here in a traditional triangle or take a bind, just like we do an extended side angle. Reach back with your elbow and inhale up through your heart in the spine so you continue to experience opening in the top of your body, even with the bind. One last big inhale here, and then exhale, fold over your right leg. Oh, actually, no, that's not what we're doing yet. Come back here into your triangle. Unwind your bind and reach up. And now bend into your right knee. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale to launch forward into half moon. This is a fun way to get there from triangle. It's your hands already close to the ground for support. You've just been doing the same legs in triangle as you do in half moon, and you're all here ready to rock. Half moon is one of the most challenging poses for me, so ready to rock means falling still, and I'm here for it. Another option here in half moon is to take a second Shavasana, or second Shavasana of the practice, and stretch your quad even more, which is great if you've just taken up jogging. Now about 3 more breaths here to play. And then release your bind, bend your right leg, and step not that far back. Step your left foot down to bring you into pyramid legs. And stand all the way up. Take a reverse namaste behind you. Again, that's with the palms of your hands pressed together, or whatever you can get. If it's interlaced like this or just grabbing your arms, that's great too. Press down firmly through your heels as you inhale your chest up. Then with a flat back, reach your heart forward and tailbone back. So you start to fold over your right leg. Inhale to extend your tailbone. Exhale to squeeze those inner thighs together and drop your head down even more. Breathe into the fronts of your shoulders, into the fronts of your arms, all those areas that aren't usually quite so open in this pose. Then release your bind. Inhale to halfway lift, and exhale to step your left foot up by your right. Now step your right foot back and come into a low lunge. On this side, you know where we're going now. Squeeze your feet together on the mat so that your hip bones plug into their sockets. Inhale, extend, and exhale, press down through your left foot to straighten your leg. Spin your right heel down, And inhale on up into a triangle pose. And permission, not that you need it, to take the bind once again on this side. No matter what you're doing, continue to extend forward with your spine and back with your hips to open your chest up to the ceiling. And release your right hand down. Oh, wait, no, I forgot this part again. Damn it. All right, release your right hand up. Bend down into your left leg. Inhale to expand, and on an exhale, when you're all empty, launch forward into your half moon pose. Press out through your right heel and squeeze your inner thighs together, even as one leg is up and one is on the ground. And then reach back for that Chapasana, that sugar cane bind. We've got about 4 more breaths to play around with your half moon, your sugar cane, your child's pose, you're walking to get water, whatever you're doing right now. You know I can't see you. And release down into triangle legs. And stand all the way up. This time, interlace your fingers behind your back. Inhale on up with your chest. And exhale, fold with a flat back until that doesn't work anymore. And then let your spine curve down. And bend your elbows as much as you need to, so your knuckles drop over your head. Release your hands down around your left foot. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, flow through high to low plank. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale, hips high to down dog. Inhale, come forward into high plank, and exhale, lower 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way to low plank. Then inhale right on up into your locust pose. Squeeze your upper back muscles together to peel your chest open and lift one more rib up off the ground. And exhale, lower down, either ear to the mat. Kick your ankles up and capture them from the outside with your hands. And inhale it up into floor bow. This is kind of a familiar motion by this time in the practice. The kicking into the hands, the lifting up. So we're gonna take a little different approach to this. So inhale, kick up, lift up, and exhale, roll over onto your left side. Inhale here, exhale to kick. One more big inhale, engage those abs and roll over the middle. Inhale here. At the bottom of your exhale, roll on over to the right. Kick into your ankles. Big inhale here. Big exhale. And at the bottom of your exhale, come back to center. Inhale, kick up, lift up. And exhale, release. Opposite ear down. Windshield wiper those legs back and forth. And flip on over to your back. We're just gonna do one bridge today. We've been doing a lot of back bending, a lot of shoulder opening work. So make it good. Press down to the 4 corners of your feet. Suck your big thigh muscles onto the bone and inhale and up into bridge. Grab your hands together beneath your low back and pull your fingers toward your heels for an additional shoulder opening and spine lengthening. We'll be here for 5 more breaths. And exhale, release, come all the way down. Kick right on up into a happy baby. You can kick your heels into one hand, then the other. Roll your back out on the ground a little bit. And then grab the backs of your legs. Exhale to get those abs totally empty. And then rock up into a boat pose. You can start with your hands in the back of your legs and exhale completely. And feel your belly suck in right at the bottom there. And then you take one hand off and then the other to make sure your heart is lifting through your shoulders and that you're not rounding over and getting your low back and your thighs, but you're actually getting some ab work in here. Then if that works for you, raise your hands overhead. If you're still able to keep your heart open then, go ahead and straighten your legs. All levels boat practice. And we'll be here for 5 more breaths. So get comfortable and row with me. Actually, we have 10 more breaths. We got 2 sides. Ready on the left, we're canoeing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Center. And grab your paddle onto the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'm the worst liar. Come to center again. Grab that left paddle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Center. Paddling on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Center. And then release. You can roll it out. And then we'll take a half pigeon. Let's go on the left first today. So bring your left shin parallel to the front of your mat, or as close as it gets. Bring your right leg behind you. And press up first before folding over your left leg. Find something else to release as you come into this half pigeon. And press up. Swing your right leg around and take a half pigeon on the right. Press your top of your left foot down firmly and sit up on your hips. Square them up for a minute before folding down over your right leg and letting everything go here. And press up with an inhale. Swing both legs around. Give them a little tap on the ground. And then take your left leg and bend it back. We're going for a hurdler stretch rather than our standard forward fold today. So bend your left knee back behind you. Inhale your arms up and exhale to fold over your right leg. Pressing out through your right heel and grounding both sit bones down into the ground to get the full effect of the stretch. And inhale, roll up carefully. Swing your left leg around. And then bend your right and set up for another hurdler stretch on that side. Inhale to sweep your arms up. And exhale to turn and fold over your left leg. And inhale, roll up. And then take an inversion of your choice. So you can do legs up the wall, make a diamond with your hands, put them right under your hips like this, just so your hips are up a little higher than your heart. Or you can go for a shoulder stand, like so. Or take a tripod headstand, or a classical headstand. Classical headstand, you're going to put your elbows in a diamond shape, as wide as your shoulders. Interlace your fingers and tuck your pinky under so you're not sitting on crossed pinkies. And then place your hands right at the back of your skull. And from there, it's a matter of picking up one foot and then the other and pressing up just as you would in a tripod or any other arm balance. So make your choice. You can take a second choice if you don't like your first choice. We'll be here for about 10 more breaths. If you've taken a headstand, start to come down and take a child's pose for a few breaths. If you're in shoulder stand, come to a plow with your straight legs on the ground behind you and your tailbone rising up to the ceiling. You do that if you're in the waterfall too, and you feel like stretching out your back a little bit more. And then from your plow, come into a deaf man's pose. So moving from your piped legs and plow to bending your knees and letting them hang out by your ears. And then with control, slowly come down onto your back. And then bring your knees into your chest and let them come over to the right side of your body together as you turn and look over your left hand for a different sort of supine twist than we usually take. You can cactus your arms if you're still looking for some more shoulder opening at this point in the practice. Release and using your obliques, pull your legs to center. And then exhale, bring them on over to the left side of your mat. And turn and look over your right shoulder again, making the choice of straight or cactus arms. If you have to choose between getting your shoulder blades on the ground or your knees on the ground, choose your shoulder blades and help the twist to come from your upper back first. They'll protect your lumbar spine, any disc issues, things like that. Release, use your strong obliques to come back to center. Give yourself one last big final squeeze. You did so much hard work today. Then exhale, release into your Shavasana. And set up well. If you want to fiddle with the clothing for a second, tuck your hips under, tuck your shoulders under. Make sure to take care of those things so you can fully and deeply relax. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Roll out your wrists and your ankles. Bring small movements up your limbs. Roll your skull back and forth on your mat. And reach overhead long with your hands and long with your toes. Stretch out so much. And then roll on to your right or left side, keeping your eyes softly closed. And cradle your head on your arm and bring your knees up into your chest. Come back to that intention once more. And breathe it all through your body. And feel it realized in everything that you've done in this practice. All the work you put in, all the sweat and tears, and hopefully not too much blood. And keeping your eyes softly closed, press yourself up to a comfortable seat with your hands at heart center. And we'll close with one Om. Let's take a big inhale and then we'll Om. Take that inhale. Inhale your thumbs to your third eye center. The light in me sees and bows to the light in each one of you. Namaste. Woohoo!
Let's see.
Yeah.
All right.
Yay, Monday.